Hey, what is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video on the channel. Well, today we're going to be going over some great news that we did get from TransEnterix. As you all know, this is by far one of my favorite companies on the market right now. I really do think that they have loads of potential, and I want to make sure that I keep you all as up to date as possible, as you all love them as well. Well, I first introduced TransEnterix to the channel about 3 weeks ago when they were at $1.16. Well, since then they have climbed up to about $3.57 and have seen some substantial growth over the last couple weeks. I mean, this last month has just been absolutely phenomenal. Since the release of that video, they were up nearly 200%. And in that video, I did announce that I was going to be starting a position in them, and that if anyone wanted access to my trades, my trade portfolio, if they wanted early access to my content, to definitely head over to the Patreon, as that is where I always put all of this information. Well, since then, we have clearly cleaned out the very first tier for bronze. For bronze early, I mean, bronze and silver are both slowly starting to go down. So if you do want access to my trades, if you want to get in on some of these big trades that we are making, definitely go ahead and take a look at the Patreon. You really might think that some of these tiers could really help you out, and let me know what you think. But with that being said, we are going to jump straight into the news. Well, today we did get the announcement that TransEnterix did announce that they closed the $79.6 million bought deal offering of common stock and full exercise of option to purchase additional shares. So we can see here that the company issued 26.5 million shares at a public offering price of $3 per share. The aggregate gross proceeds from this offering offer this company approximately $79.6 million before deducting underwriting discounts and commissions and offering expenses. So as we can see here, that this has had a pretty negative effect on the company. I would say since we did get this announcement, the momentum has slowed down substantially over the last week or two, and I was kind of expecting that. I figured that it was going to sit between that $2.80 to $3.15 mark, as realistically this offering was at $3, so no one really wants to spend a lot more than $3. And if anyone who, if we could get it under $3, then of course we would see the buying go up, because that people were at that point were thinking, okay, well, I'm getting it at a deal. If they're buying 25 million at 3 and I can buy maybe a couple million at who knows, maybe $2.80, then of course people are going to want to get in, as obviously that does appeal as a deal. But the inverse as well, that if it was above $3, then people are going to be like, well, if they're buying it at 3, I'd rather wait until it gets closer to that, as I don't want to spend more than everyone else is. So of course we have seen it really start to have issues over the last couple weeks, especially over in Thursday, Friday of last week. Now, of course, I do believe that we are going to start to see some more upward momentum, as that whole offering isn't pulling it down. We're not focused so much on that $3 mark anymore, and we can already see that it is starting to climb substantially. But there was something very, very specific with this that I think is very exciting, honestly. Now, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and I want to go to their SEC filings of last quarter. And in that last quarter, we actually did, here, I'm going to find it exactly. We're going to go and type going concern. And what this basically does is it'll bring you down to a part in their SEC filings where they actually go over what their concerns with the forward outlook of the company is going to be. Well, right here, let's go ahead and let's take a look at what they said their going concern was and why I believe this news is so important. Well, it says here that the company is subject to risks similar to other similarly sized companies in the medical device industry. These include, without limitation, potential negative impacts on the company's operations due to the pandemic, the company's ability to continue as a going concern, the historical lack of profitability, the company's ability to raise additional capital. Let's keep this highlighted. The company's ability to raise additional capital, the success of its market development efforts, the liquidity and capital resources of its partners, its ability to successfully develop, clinically test, and commercialize its products, the timing and outcome of the regulatory review process of its products, and it goes on and on and on. But this is very, very specific, because right here it says its ability to successfully transition from a research and development company to a marketing, sales, and distribution concern, competition in the market for robotical surgical devices, and its ability to identify and pursue development of additional products. Now, all of this basically came back to the fact that its ability, in its lack of profitability, and the company's ability to raise additional capital has the potential to lead to loads of issues such as these. So basically what they're saying is they weren't sure how long they were going to be operating. If they couldn't get some type of profitability, which they still haven't gotten profitability, but if they weren't able to raise additional cash, if they weren't able to get that financial backing, then they were unsure of how far they would even be able to go, and even going from a company who's solely focused on R&D to a company who has marketing and sales and distribution. So with that being said, we can see here that they did announce that with this closing, which is super duper important, It says here that the company now believes that cash on hand proceeds from its registered direct offering, which closed on January 14th, 2021, its ATM offering, which terminated on January 26th, and the exercising of outstanding Series C and Series D warrants, as well as the proceeds from this offering, will be sufficient to fund operations into 2024. Now, previously in another SEC filing, they were concerned that they would even be able to make it through this year. So the fact that they now are pretty dang on sure that they'll be able to make it not only through this year in 2022, 2023, but all the way through 2024. And I think that that is really going to allow them to begin to focus on going from an R&D company to a marketing, sales, and distribution concern. So I do believe that this is super duper important for this company. And I think going forward, this is a very strong catalyst. I think that it allows us to have some type of, stability, some type of relief knowing, okay, well, this company is now expecting that they're going to make it for at least a few couple years. And if they are able to continue to get these CE mark approvals for their certain systems, I think that they have loads of potential going into the future. Well, definitely let me know what all of your thoughts are on all of this. Do you think that this is only just the beginning, that we may see this thing hit $5, $7? Who knows? Let me know what you think and down in the comment section below. As you guys do know, I do post on this channel 2 to 3 times every single day, and I can't wait to see you all soon. Peace.